Julie Blanner from the lifestyle website julieblanner.com, where I share easy ideas for entertaining, home decor, easy recipes, and so much more. Today I'm going to share one of my most popular recipes with you. In fact, I believe this one I shared in 2012 to begin with, and it has been a sensation every year thereafter. I think it's become just as much of a tradition in others' homes as it has in ours. And that's because these cinnamon bread loaves make really great holiday gifts. They're so amazing and full of flavor. You can make one larger loaf, 2 smaller loaves, or 6 miniature loaves in one batch. And this takes just about 5 minutes. So it's quick and easy, and they gift so beautifully. You can wrap them with ribbons, garnish them with some rosemary, or place them in cellophane bags. These miniature loaf pans are just about $1 a piece, and I'll link to them in the description below. But they've been my go-to, and because of that, they make them really beautiful gifts instead of putting them in paper loaf pans. However, you still can. You can use whatever loaf pan you have, and like I said, you can make one larger loaf if you prefer. Let's get started, shall we? Now to start, we're going to combine our sugar, all-purpose flour, baking powder, and salt. Now I'm just going to combine this in here. And we'll set this aside. Now we're going to add our eggs, milk, and oil. You can use whatever milk you have on hand. And I like to use vegetable oil, but you can also substitute canola oil if you're in a pinch. I received some questions about the amount of oil I use in this recipe, but it's what makes it just so tender and moist. Don't skimp there. So we're going to beat that. Now we're going to gradually add our dry mixture to our wet mixture. Now what we have here is my sweetbread recipe, which has also been a holiday favorite. So if you're not a fan of cinnamon and sugar, you'll love this sweetbread as well. And you can get the recipe to that in the description below. Now one of the things I do to keep this recipe so quick and easy is I spray all of my loaf pans first rather than wiping them down with oil. And this is my go-to spray because everything comes out seamlessly, especially if you're using like an intricate bun pan, which you can for this recipe, like an intricate loaf pan. It comes out so easy. So I'll link to this in the description below as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and fill these about half full. And you don't want to overfill these because guess what? Bread rises. Now we're just going to combine our cinnamon and sugar. You know, the main ingredient of this recipe. And we'll spoon it on to each individual loaf. And it is the season of giving. So give your friends, your neighbors, teachers, relatives, all a little cinnamon sugar this holiday season. Don't skimp. And now we're just going to swirl it in with our knife, gently, and that's what gives it the beautiful top that it does. And if you're worried about it overflowing, I recommend that you add a sheet pan below them. Actually, it makes them easy to put in and out of the oven. And while I typically bake these about 40 minutes at 350 degrees, I always recommend that you use the toothpick test, where you insert a toothpick into the center of the loaf, and when it comes out clean, it's ready. Because bake times vary depending on oven, the dishes you're using, whether you're using ceramic, paper, aluminum, anything that you're using that could be a little bit different, will adjust your bake time as well as your altitude and like I said, your oven. So always use the toothpick test, but about 40 minutes. It's about 60 minutes for a full-size loaf. As you can see, this cinnamon bread is such a quick and easy recipe. It's an amazing Christmas bread to gift friends, family, teachers, and more. Don't forget to click subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.